This is a recording to give you some insight and some guidance into making your first website. Mostly I'll be sharing the screen to show you how to do this. So first thing we're going to do is go to the course website. So the course website, if you can't find it, you'll go to go.uic.edu/CS218. And remember, at any point along here, I don't need to tell you this, but if you need to pause, go back, you can do that for all the details. So on the website, then here's the syllabus, the schedule page, drop-in times, and what we're going to go look at is homework. So you could go down and look at homework one particularly, or you could look overall at the homework page. So if we look overall at the homework page, it looks like this. And if we go up here and go to homework one, then it looks like this. So this is the homework one is a sub page from homework. And so in here, we're going to pay attention to this part one, Google website creation and setup. So there's some instructions in here, and we'll come back and look at that in a second. But overall, instructions on creating it, some of the different components, the different pages, the About Me page, resume, homework page, projects, and grading for this particular part of the project. So I'm just going to jump in and do it and not necessarily go step by step on this. And so first thing to do is open up a new window. And on the new window, if you're signed into your account, like your UIC user ID, you should be able to type in sites.google.com. And this picture over here, in my case, this is for my UIC identity. I have a personal Gmail account, so I'm using the UIC one right here. So I come in, I have a bunch of other websites, but you may not have any of them. And we're going to go to blank site in the upper left. So create a new blank site. And maybe I'll call this my CS218. Or actually, maybe something a little bit professional because you might refer people to it. CS218 work or something like that. And then title could be something different. This could be the homepage. Spelling it right is also helpful. And then let's say we want to have an image for the background for this here. So I could choose an image, upload an image, or select an image. I'd select an existing image like from my Google Photos or something like that. But we're going to choose upload a photo. But first we have to go get the photo. So over in ChatGPT, I went into ChatGPT Pro. This is one of the things that we've asked you to sign up for in the class and asked you to generate some images to use for this. So I put in a quote, not quote, a prompt to say, draw a realistic looking picture from the vantage point of a person sitting in the front seat of a roller coaster looking down from the top of the first really high hill. It's not exactly right because like they're not really at the top of the hill. I should say looking way down or something. But anyhow, I'm just going to use this. So I'm going to click on this button to download it here. So there goes the download. And then if I come over and open up, well, you can't see this here, separately, I'd open up a folder where the downloads for that is. So I'm going to go back to my new website. And where did my website go now? No, I can't find it. Here it is. Okay. And I'm going to choose upload. And upload a file selector comes up, and I go to the downloads directory. And I know you can't see this in the screen share. And I choose that folder because you might feel in this course like you're at the top of a hill of a roller coaster, you're about to shoot down, and it feels a little bit out of control. So that's why I chose that as this image for this page. And then if I wanted to put some content down here, I have to grab one of these components over here and drag it over. So text box, we can put some text here. Welcome to my page. And you can do things like have different items on a list, and you can change the formatting to be bold, italics, larger, etc. And so these things, I'd highlight this and I'd go over, let's see, where is it? I need to make some space over here, take a look at these options. There we go. Numbered list. That's it. Let's say I want to indent them over even more. I could do that. So you can play around with these options. And let's say I want to make some text bold. I highlight it, choose bold. Similarly, if I wanted to do italics, I could do that. Or if I have some particular text I want it to be larger, I could change the font size to be much larger. And it's also handy to create some titles and maybe subtitles, and you could have some stuff under each of these. and then to highlight them and come up here to the format. And like if I make this one a title, it'll be bigger like that, and maybe make this a subtitle, like a heading, and different sizes and amount of emphasis for these to help organize the content on your page. You might want to have some content where you can expand it. Like if we go to the course website and we go to the syllabus, on the syllabus page, we see here that these are expandable components. So like instructor information here, you click on it, it expands, or I can make it go back down. So if we want one of those, we don't choose text box, but rather we come down here to collapsible group. So you click on collapsible group, and then it shows up here. So this is the collapsible group header. And then this is the content and more content. And you can put, here's one of my favorite quotes. Time flies like an arrow, but fruit flies like a banana. There we go. And so we have some content in here. And so when I choose this, it shows up, and I can select it again and it would go back. These are the components you drag if you have a picture with some text next to it, and you can fiddle with those components. It is a little bit fiddly when you're first using it. Expect to make some mistakes and not get it exactly right. So the components commonly that we will use would be text box, as we saw up here, collapsible group, as we saw down below. If you create those headers and organize them well, then table of contents would automatically give you a table of contents for all the headers that you've defined on the page. You can Docs. We will also embed Google Docs, which will allow us to comment on each other's work. And you might have other components in there as well, Google Sheets, like a spreadsheet, or Google Slides from a presentation. And those are components to help you format the content on your page and to reuse things that you might have already made. So this is our home page, but let's say we want a page for our homeworks. So we would go up here to Pages and make another page in here. So go to Pages, and here's my home page that I created already. And then I would do plus for a new page and give it a name. Maybe it's homework. Okay, and then now I have homework, and it's the same background. So I'd want to generate a new background. So I can go into ChatGPT and maybe a new background. Generate a realistic picture of the night sky showing a myriad of stars. Myriad, kind of nice word, comes from being an English major. All right, and so that'll take a little time to process, so we'll jump back over and keep working in the meantime. So here on homeworks, and then I'm like, wait, where do my options go? I got to go back up here to insert and then put that in there. So we do want the titles to all be across the top. So this is the default theme that you would get, and other options would be coming down on the side. But we want everyone to expect and know where to find things when we look at each other's web pages. So we're going to stay with this layout. So this page for homework, then I might have a text box that says homework 1. See the main homework page subpages on the website for the individual homeworks. So this is like the overview of all the homeworks, right? They're not individually listed here. I need a subpage for homework 1. So here now I'm going to need to make a new page. So I'm back on pages, come down to plus, and this one I'll call homework 1. There it is. And I need to make that a little bit bigger. There we go. So, you'll want to fiddle a lot with this, and then this will be the first homework here. Oh, I have to insert something first. Okay. Where'd it go? There we go. This is homework 1, work 1, part A, to make my own website. Okay. We're going to be using these websites to post our work, and you could refer to it later from your resume, or if you're interviewing for a job, to have evidence like a portfolio of some of the things that you've done. So this would be the page. And so now, but this says homework 1 also, right? Well, that's not good. This is general homework, and this is homework 1. That's a little bit confusing. So we're going to grab this, click and drag and put it inside of this one. So I dragged it and put it inside. You could drag it and pull it back out like this. And if you wanted to, you could rearrange things by like putting it at the top like that. So now homework 1 is on the left and home is next, which we don't want. But I'm going to drag it into this so it's a subpage of homework, and I could have another one that's homework 2. Spelling is nice. Homework 2, like that. Okay. And so the names of these things and the formatting, you have to pay careful attention to that because we're going to be automatically referencing and jumping into these components of your web page. So you're going to come over here, go to homework 1, and then want to pay careful attention to these details. So let's see. We want to have an about me page, a resume page, and then homework page, not homeworks, but homework. And then each one is called HW space and then N, like homework 1, HW1. And so we would want to change this here to that's homework. And these, I need to come over here to rename it now. Where is that? Oh, properties. That looks good. That looks promising. So this would be HW space 1, like that. And this would be, again, I got to go over here, properties, HW space 2, like that, and so forth. And so the instructions tell us we're going to have one of these that starts from 1 going up to as many as we have in the class. We'll have about 15 weeks times 2, so like about maybe 30 of them, so a whole bunch of them. Then we're going to have another page called projects. So pay careful attention to the names of all of these things. These are proj space 1, where the capitalization should be exactly like this, like what's described here. And so, oh yeah, we wanted to change the background. Let's go back to ChatGPT and see, oh, here's night sky. All right, that looks pretty good. So let's download that. And then let's go back here, and on the homework page, I'm clicking on the page. So I want to make sure I'm not in homework 1. I want to go to homework. And you might want to change the background before you make all the subpages. So here's homework. And now for homework, I come over here, go to image, and I already downloaded it, so I could choose select. Oops, not select. Image, upload. There we go. And here's, okay, and then there it is. So you'll have different images. You can have some creativity and some fun with that. ChatGPT is good at being your personal artist assistant. And so after you've done all that work, though, we're not done yet because you still need to, first of all, you want to make sure you can share this with others. So you want to look at general access. So this is the draft, it's restricted, but then the published site, I think we want to say it to be public. So actually, let's make it University of Illinois for now. You can decide later if it's public, if you want to let people outside, like if you're interviewing for jobs, to let outside people do it. So University of Chicago, so we can find it and open it. And then we click on done for the permissions. And then after that, very important, you have to click on publish. And the first time you click on publish, it'll give you it'll ask some information, publish for this. There's published. Okay. And so now you want to test it. So you could grab the address for this, and then you go and you open up an incognito window. And so in my case, I'm using Google Chrome. So I right click on Google Chrome, new incognito window. I open that up. And now let me change my sharing to show you that window here. And then that address that I'd copied, I'm going to paste it in here. So this behaves like if anybody anywhere was going to try and do this. And oh, it's asking me to sign in. So it wants to check and make sure that this is somebody from the UIC domain because we chose that. So read at uic.edu, go through the process of signing in, giving a blood sample, social security number, all that good stuff for authentication. Here we go. Password, PASSWRD. Just kidding. And then we're in. Oh, so that's the edit link because I'm the owner of it. If you're not the owner of it, it wouldn't give you the edit link. It would just let you see the published version of it. So let me, let's go back here to view published site. So again, I went to the publish button to the pull down arrow, and this is view the published site. And here I can, from an incognito window, I can view the public site, which means that the permissions are set properly. I verified that. All right, so I'm going to close this window down and go back to my previous screen share window. Last step then is you want to go to the home page on your website, and you want to grab this link up here. Sorry, not that one. Go down here to the view published site one. Here's the window. So this right up here, this is what you want to copy. So I'm going to copy it. I'm on a Mac, so Command C. If you're on a PC, it'd be Control C on the keyboard. Copy this. And now I'm going to go back to the description of homework here for homework 1, website creation, about me, all of this stuff, rating rubric. What's the last thing I have to do? Where is it? Here it is. Register your site using this form. So I'm going to click on this. Oh, oops. I already responded because I already did this. But if you're doing it the first time, you'd go through, you'd put your name, and then you'd put that address right here and then submit. After you do that, after you submit that, what'll happen is that when you go back to the homework page, clicking on the top one, down here, see, like I already did it. So now this will take you to my website. And then as everyone in the class does it, the list will fill out, and we'll have it for everyone in the class. I'll go through and sort those after they're there. And this way we'll be able to see everybody's website. We'll be able to go in and look at the homework for them. So if I click on this, here's the sample website that I created. So your website needs to look like this one. It needs to have an About Me page, resume page, homework with all the different homeworks, projects, and then for other stuff, you can put whatever you want. But these things have to be named exactly that to help us jump in to find them. I think that's it. So please contact us if you have questions. So some of you will be very comfortable with this. So, oh, I've done this before, and it feels very familiar. Others of you, this would be the first time doing it, and that's fine. We don't expect that you have experience with this or know how to do it. And it might feel hard or awkward going into it, and we want to support you and make sure that you can get through it and get it done well, because we're going to build off of this lots of other work, including the second part of homework 1 gets posted here with the homework.